Okay.
The time is now 6:54 and we are back in session and there is no action to be taken. Alright, and we are moving on the agenda and we will go into roundtable and I will start to my right down here. Councilmember Mays, anything for the group?
Well, for one, I'd like to congratulate all the council members that got back on and the one that is a new one for this next year. And for two, I don't know if I can do this right now or not, and I probably should have talked to Joe earlier, but I'd like to see if I can make a motion that for the new calendar year, we consider bumping the wages up for the council members to at least $500 a month. I think $200 a month is a joke for what these people sit here and deal with. And especially with the crazy old ladies in our village. If they stand for the people and the rights of the people, there's a lot of flack that they will have to take. And I really don't believe that what they pay is fair. And with me being gone come the first of the year, I don't feel like I'm asking for something for myself. So I'd like to make a motion that we consider raising the wages monthly from $200 to $500 a month for the council for a calendar year starting in 2026.
So Mike has made the motion to bump council pay to $500 a year. I don't necessarily know that it goes
It'd be a
based
month.
on the year.
So,
Doesn't it go based on council member terms? I think it follows terms.
Right now?
it's $200 a month right now.
$8,000 a term. Right?
But it's a monthly pay.
Yeah, it's a monthly wage out, so it would be changing the figures monthly, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So, Councilmember Mace has made the motion. Is there a second?
Well, I have a question. Are we like other villages? Like, how do we compare?
I think we can talk about that once we have the second. That's why.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. So if there's a second, then yes, we can talk about that.
Can we vote on ourselves?
I'll explain that if it is.
If there's a second,
So if we have a second, then we can discuss situated.
And then there will be a vote.
Do you want me to second it?
Can't.
you cannot.
I know I can't.
So
It
I guess
doesn't hurt to
there's,
second,
I'll second the motion.
and then we can go into a vote.
Okay, that's-
So,
Councilmember Campbell has seconded the motion, so Mays made it, and Councilmember Mays made it. I'm sorry, I'm playing two
You're
roles
good.
now. And Campbell. Okay, now, Joe.
so you're not permitted to give yourself a raise. It always has to be for the new council. So we have staggered terms. So right now we have those that were not just up for re-election would not be eligible for this raise until the end of their term, meaning the beginning of their new term. So a lot of times what people will do is they'll do a raise that will begin in the year whatever. So we have 2 more years to our next municipal election. So those that were just re-elected or elected would be eligible for that increase, and the others would have to wait to the next term to get it. Because the law doesn't allow you to increase your own wages.
And that's why I chose to do it now.
Yeah, I understand. So that's how it would work. So we would have to word it in such a way that it was for those that are eligible and then those that are not. Now, if you would like to wait to the next, we have one more meeting that you could do that and still pass it. If you want to have Travis do a wage study and see what other communities are paying, we could always do that.
so they would just.
Because we do
table-
have one more meeting.
They would
If you want to
table
table it to the next meeting, that's an option, or you can vote on it. But I would say we have to adjust the language to make sure we comply with the ORC. So, and we can do that and script it into something.
I just think that there's a lot more time. Example, Calvin. All the work he put in on figuring these sidewalks. All the time you figure that you get stopped by a local citizen and discuss things going on in our community. hour for app dollar, it's not even close to what it should be, to be honest with you. And I know that serving the community is something that you do not for an income really, but for the static you take as a council member, I feel like the wages are very low, just to put it nicely. And I don't think $500 a month is really a lot for the services of what these people do in these seats.
So this council has a decision to make. You can vote on this tonight. You can table it and get more information. Bring it back to next meeting. You can have further discussion. It's
I'd
really up to
rather
you
table
guys.
it and let Travis get some information from other communities.
And I guess, Mike, I would ask you, since you made the motion, I mean, I know we have council members here as well, but would you also be willing to include the mayor for everything that she has to do as well in that?
Well, I think that the mayor would be still receiving double, but I'm not saying that's not.
And I'm just asking,
I'm not saying at all that that's not deserving of more, but fortunately for us, you know, past mayors have had it different than current mayors. I mean, we haven't always had village administrators around. We haven't always had solicitors around. A lot more of the work was done in the past by a mayor, setting as far as, you know, overseeing the court cases. That's all changed over the years. Do I think that the mayor should make more money? Honestly, yeah, I really do.
And the main reason I
But-
asked you that.
But I think it's you know, it's a little bit better than, you know
Sure.
what I'm saying.
And I only asked that because if he's doing that study, probably be worth it if we're thinking that, just so he can
Right.
get everything.
And I think that's a good idea to go ahead and look into that too, absolutely. Because again, I don't think any of these positions pay what they should, considering what the person goes through mentally, just dealing with people, slander them, dealing with people coming up to them on a daily basis, complaining about what's going on in the village, just what you tolerate. It's not worth it. And again, I love what I've done the last 4 years. I would do it again if I felt the urge, but truly I have so many things in the fire, I wouldn't. That's why there was no campaign. So that's why I recommend we do it.
All right,
And if we want to table it, I think that's fine too.
it's up to this council. And if they want to table it, how do they do that?
I'd like to make a motion to table this till the next meeting.
Need a second?
Second.
There's no discussion.
Okay, Councilmember Jones has made the motion to table, with second coming from Councilmember Rain. Can I do all in favor?
No.
So roll call, I will start with, you guys are making this difficult tonight. Councilmember Rain, would you like to table this motion?
Yes.
Campbell?
Yeah.
Sorry guys, I gotta move slow. Pringle?
Yes.
Baki?
Yes.
Jones?
Yes.
And Mace.
Yes.
Alright, so the motion is tabled until the next meeting with Travis.
So I will pull the current legislation, because I would assume, I haven't looked at it, but I would assume that it has the mayor and council all in one, so we'll do a study on that and see where we are.
Jones.
The
Jones.
municipal league is an implement. That's one of my other.
One second, guys.
Other than that, can I go ahead and finish then?
Yes, please do.
Other than that, I want to say there was a great turnout for the Halloween on the square. Unbelievable how many people turned out.
It's amazing.
I mean, we cooked 500 hot dogs at the restaurant and they were gone, like, gone. Had 500 cupcakes, gave away at the game room, gone. We had 250 pretzels dipped, gone. And I think we had like 200 Rice Krispie treats also, all of it gone. And it just kept running, the lines did. So what a wonderful turnout. I hope we continue to do that year after year. Other than that, that's it.
Thank you. Councilmember Jones.
I'd just like to thank all my voters and congratulations to the ones that won. Sorry, Mike, that you lost. I'd also like to congratulate and say thank you to Georgetown PD for the invite to come out on Tuesday to see their new UTV, which is excellent. And I was going to ask if we can we get like that put on our website, Facebook, and maybe the newspaper to kind of broadcast that with maybe our dinner list and such, or
It's
try-
currently in the works.
Gotcha. Okay. I kind of figured, but I wanted to talk about it just in case. The other thing that I have is, can we look at maybe installing some crosswalks at some four-way stops and intersections? Because buses stop. For one example, would be like the stop sign at Ohio and North Water. There's not a crosswalk there, but a bus stops there and drops kids off and picks them up. So that might be. I'm sure there's other areas around town that.
So this is at a four-way, and there's no.
Four-way stop, there's not a crosswalk. So maybe it's something we could look into around town at different areas like that. Just to try to, and I was also gonna bring up I think we talked about the crosswalk signs. I think we're gonna wait till,
Yeah, I can touch on that.
okay, cool. And then, did previous council vote on moving the cemetery sign? Do you know if that was voted on or brought up?
We
It
voted
was
to
voted
move
on, I believe.
it. Yeah, passed to move it, didn't it?
It hasn't moved, but
No, it has not moved.
But it
I'm
was
fairly
passed to move it.
confident that it was voted at some point to move it.
My understanding, yeah, I've heard both ways, but yeah. So the question is, I believe the intent was to move it out by where Carter Lumber used to be, is that correct?
Mhm.
I just wonder if we should wait and see how the industrial park develops, because I think at some point we will have to do something with the intersection there at Hamer and 68, and depending on how that intersection is modified, it might be a better spot for that sign there, as opposed to right there in that kind of you're right there next to Rumpke, where it's not the most attractive spot in town. I don't know what your thoughts are, but.
Wouldn't you wanna see it though coming off of 68? If you moved it to the intersection there,
Well, it would be
Right.
at 68 and Hamer.
okay, all the way at the end there.
Yeah. Right there at the intersection where the
Mhm.
career center is. Because I think we're gonna have to do something there for traffic, because we have a new county building there now. And they're looking at other property for other things, and then with the industrial park, and we've already had the school ask us to do something there because of the wreck, so, that might be a more visible entry to the village if we wait to see how that, give it a year or two, but if you wanna move it now, we can do that too.
Any strong feelings either way? Jeremy, it was your point of topic. Any feeling from you?
No, it was just a topic that somebody asked if it was voted on. Of course, I wasn't here, so I don't know. I wanted to just bring it up and see where we were with it.
I will hit on that a little bit on the previous, about the school bus. So I went out a year or so ago and talked to the school bus maintenance garage and talked to where all they stopped when I was doing a bunch of surveys for the sidewalks. They do change, he said, as you can imagine, like when my kids went, the library up here was a big stop. I don't know if it still is, but I know there was a couple up through there that they don't stop at now. So maybe we could reach back out to them and ask them where exactly they stop again and see kind of what they think. That's kind of what I base the sidewalks around, like the most utilized walking paths. So just some food for thought there.
All right. And then Travis, you said you were gonna hit on crosswalk signs?
Yeah, when we come around.
Okay, perfect.
Other than that, I'm good.
You're good? All right, thank you. Councilmember Rocky?
Just briefly, congratulations to those who made it on. Also, a thank you to Councilmember Mays for his service. The guy definitely cares about his village, and it's been a privilege to work with you, Mike, so we appreciate
Thank you
you.
very much.
That's it.
Perfect. Councilmember Pringle?
Nothing to say.
Councilmember Campbell?
That's nothing.
Councilmember Ring?
I don't know who to bring this up to, but I have a grandson that gets off the bus, they're on, Sunset Boulevard, 125. I get him off the bus across the street in Steve Wolf's driveway. Because if he gets off there, then it saves 30 minutes less bus ride as he go out in the country in a wrap. There is a car, not a car, cars, at least once a week, blow by the bus. Full lights, red lights flashing, stop, and there, at least once a week, somebody blows by there.
I'm assuming you're directing that at me, as you're looking at me.
Oh, well, I'm just asking.
I mean, I can touch on that a little bit.
Okay.
So I do know the school buses, I believe a lot of them have camera systems that do monitor that.
She
The
does
school
not.
does get in contact us when that does happen. But on the flip side of that, as everyone knows, we heavily patrol Sunset Boulevard,
Mhm.
which we continuously get complaints on both sides of the fence. We're either there too much or we're not there enough. So, but yeah, I mean, we just, we'll continue to keep doing what we do, and obviously if we get footage or anything like that, we'll.
I have my phone out every day to try to take a picture of the license plate, but the hell, they're going by so fast, I can't get it.
I'm saying same direction,
Yeah.
right, going around.
Yeah, they're going around.
I think the cameras on the buses face forward and not rear.
Gotcha.
So it's,
Well, no, so
if they had a rear-facing camera, it would.
What time of day does
Because
the bus
now
come
we don't
from?
have to have license
3:50.
plates on front.
What time?
vehicles anymore.
350.
So they wouldn't catch them if it was on the back anyways.
No,
No, it would, if the camera was on the back, but now we're asking the school to spend more money on cameras that face the rear of the bus.
Well, you don't have a
Well,
front
if it was-
license.
see, you have a
Yeah.
front license
Then
plate.
they would still-
But that's why the camera would have to be pointing out the rear of the bus to then catch the license plate as they go by the bus.
No, it's the same direction.
Same direction.
Oh, they're going by
Yeah,
the
they're
bus?
going by the bus.
Oh, well then the front one should catch it then. It happens on my road, but it's going the other way.
Yeah, I'll let the guys know, but, statistically, when cops are sitting there, people don't do bad things. So we do rely heavily on, cameras or anything like that. We actually have a camera in that area, it's just not that far down.
All right, anything else, Councilmember Ring?
No,
All right. Chief, anything for the group tonight?
Yeah, I just wanted, that kind of actually already brought it up. The Halloween thing was awesome, it was great. Every year we kind of make small tweaks to make it better, or safer. I think all in all went really well. The motorcycles coming through was a big hit, and it worked out real good with them. I talked to Rex, and he was really happy with how we was all able to help let him in, park, get out of there. So that worked out good. And then thanks for coming to the UTV unveiling. I'm finalizing up. I got the policy written up on that, and then I just need to get the jail on some final things on it. But it's ready to be out and used and utilized, so I appreciate you guys coming and showing support for that. So that's all I got.
Thank you. Travis?
So yeah, I would just echo, coming from Bethel, it's just such, having this square that's the way it is, to be able to have these festivals, it's just amazing, thing. We just didn't have that in Bethel, and it's just so hard to do something like that. It's such a blessing to be able to close, that whole strip down for trick or treat. It's really nice. We have a great village here. So the first time these signs came up, I think I was in Columbus, so I did, and now is not the time of year to install them because you have to take them down anyway for snow plow, for snow removal in the winter. So I just wanted to give some feedback on why it was done in Bethel and what to consider, and then in the spring, if council wants to move forward with it, I'm fine with that. But these are average daily traffic counts for us compared to what Bethel. And the chief of police brought it to our attention that it's almost impossible to cross in Bethel anywhere because we had 18,000 cars coming into town, and then it kind of divides up and goes all directions. But even going through town where ours are, it goes from 18,000, 12,000, 11,000 going through town. So it's very difficult for a pedestrian to cross there. But I will say they were very unpopular. They get hit a lot. We have issues with farm machinery having trouble to get around them. So, it kind of forces them to go left to center so that they can straddle these signs. And, a couple times we had to install cameras just to monitor the damage to these things. We were replacing them every month or two. They're not crazy expensive, but, you know, you're looking 300 bucks a pop every time you replace them. They will get hit. And so, you know, compared to Bethel, coming into Georgetown, it's 5,000 coming into town. Out by McDonald's, you're around 7,000.
How much, what does this count for?
These are the average daily traffic
Daily?
counts that ODOT does, yeah.
Could we do like a push button one, and is that probably, I'm sure, way more than the sign in the middle of the road, but
Those are very
it's terrible really, even to walk across like if I go to the hardware store probably 10 times a week, sometimes a day. And if I walk over there, and I'm sure you've ran into this, Jessica, even, nobody stops. They just fly on by it. Rarely will anybody stop. And if it's a busy time of day here in Georgetown, I mean,
Yeah.
I just feel like at least down in the square area where there's a lot of foot traffic.
And I'm not saying I'm
it'd be nice
against
if we
these
could do
signs, I
something.
just want you to understand that
Right.
they're not popular. And
Well-
they will get hit a lot. So,
Well, that's why I mentioned the other type.
yeah, those flashing ones, we have those in Bethel, nobody pays attention to them.
Really?
What it would be nice, you know what we wanted to do, and ODOT wouldn't approve it, was elevated crosswalks of the same height as the sidewalks, and then they taper down. You know, people see that, they have to slow down, so then they notice.
Like a
But-
speed bump.
It's a speed bump, but it's the width of a crosswalk, and then it's tapered, so you can snow plow over them and everything. But, you know, it was hard to get those approved. Depending on where, we could look at something like that here, because it might not be a state route where you want to do anything. So those are just options. I mean, we have until spring, we can't get them until then, but, you know, it's just something, I just wanted to give you information to consider.
Well, we would have more farm machinery going through town than Bethel. would.
Definitely, a lot.
Yeah, they would get slammed.
Where were you suggesting?
I was really more concerned about over around where the school is, or as the school children are walking around the village, pretty much Mount Orr Pike and.
Yeah, so I mean, we're showing 3,000
Yeah,
daily traffic.
They used to have a crosswalk over there, now they don't, do they?
They don't fund them.
Yeah, they don't no more, and I think my wife mentioned that one time up there across from, like, what's it, the motel?
Yeah.
There's a lot of traffic across there, but there's nothing there for a crosswalk.
They stopped that funding 8 years ago.
Isn't there a crosswalk a little bit up from that?
There's a crosswalk.
But there isn't no sidewalk that runs up that far. I think that's why she mentioned something, because where they cross, you can't walk on up because there's no sidewalk, I don't think.
You have to cross if you're coming from the school heading this way.
Right.
You have to cross over and then go down, right, like Domino's and cross back.
Right.
Now, there are-
Right by the fire department.
There are funding mechanisms like safe routes to school that you can do that will, in combination of added sidewalks, they will do pedestrian crossings. You know, it's a multi-year, it takes a while, it's an intensive application, but that can be done as well, especially if we need new sidewalks for kids to get to school. You really need to be adding sidewalks in combination with adding pedestrian safety, but that's something that we could look in for that.
Any additional questions? Feedback? Travis?
I think that's all I have for this evening.
Thank you. Joe, anything for the group?
No, other than just to announce that I'll be doing your new council member training sometime between now and we'll work out a date and the start of your term. That's all I got.
Thank you. All right, again, I would like to echo a thank you to the community and to everybody up here too as well for the event for Halloween. It was a very nice event, well attended, and would love to keep doing that year after year. I think it's a big hit for our community. So, also, I would like to extend a thank you to Doug and Pam McKinney As you guys probably all know, they really hunker down most summers and take care of our planters around the town, and this year was no exception. The planters were absolutely beautiful. They were huge, and you could see them out there, Doug and Pam both, a lot, working on those, picking out some of the dead leaves and dead plants, watering. So again, I wanted to make sure that we gave them a big thank you for the work that they're doing in the summertime for us. So, and even through the fall, because they decorated them for fall too. So we certainly appreciate that. All right, is there anything else to come before this council? If not, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Councilmember Jones has made the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilmember Baki. All those in favor state so by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.